Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about something that lies at the core of personal transformation. Something that once understood can change the direction of your life. It's to stand up for yourself and lead your life. Taking full responsibility for your life is the foundation upon which everything else in your personal and professional journey is built. It is the single most important decision you can make if you want to change your circumstances and lead a life of meaning and fulfillment. So what does it really mean to take full responsibility for your life? It means accepting that everything you experience, both the good and the bad, is a direct or indirect result of your choices, actions, and decisions. It means no longer blaming external factors or other people for your situation, but instead owning up to your role in how things have turned out. Now, this is not always an easy pill to swallow. We live in a world where it's easy to point fingers and shift blame. If things aren't going well, we may blame the economy, our upbringing, the people around us, or just plain bad luck. But when you do this, you are essentially handing over the reins of your life to forces outside of your control. The truth is, as long as you're blaming something or someone else, you remain stuck in a cycle of helplessness. You can't control external circumstances, but you can always control how you respond to them. That's where your power lies. Taking responsibility is an empowering shift. It means that from this moment forward, you are in charge. You are the architect of your own future. If things are not going the way you want them to, it's time to look inward and ask yourself what you can do to change the situation. The minute you embrace this mindset, you begin to see that no matter where you are right now, you have the ability to shape your future. But let's not sugarcoat it. Taking responsibility also means accepting that sometimes we make mistakes, we fail, and we fall short. That's okay. In fact, it's not only okay, it's part of the process. Mistakes and failures are the stepping stones to success if we are willing to learn from them. When you take responsibility, you're saying, yes, I messed up. Yes, I made the wrong decision, but I'm going to figure out how to make things right. Instead of wallowing in self-pity or regret, you shift your focus to solutions. You develop the mindset of a problem solver, not a victim. Another critical aspect of taking full responsibility is recognizing that your life is a reflection of your daily choices. The small, seemingly insignificant decisions you make each day add up over time. If you're not where you want to be, it's often because of those daily habits and choices. The good news is that you can change them. If you've been procrastinating, avoiding challenges, or engaging in behaviors that don't serve your goals, taking responsibility means committing to change those behaviors. Let me give you an example. Let's say you're not satisfied with your financial situation. It's easy to blame the economy or your boss for not paying you enough. But taking responsibility means asking yourself, what can I do to improve my financial situation? Perhaps you can learn a new skill, start a side business, or invest more wisely. The same applies to any area of your life, whether it's your health, your relationships, or your career. It's about identifying the areas where you have control and taking action to improve them. Taking responsibility also requires a mindset of accountability. You become accountable to yourself first and foremost, but also to the people around you. When you make commitments, whether it's to yourself or others, you follow through. You become someone others can rely on because they know that when you say you'll do something, you'll get it done. And this builds trust, both in your personal relationships and in your professional life. When you fully embrace responsibility, you stop waiting for someone else to come along and fix things for you. You stop waiting for the perfect moment, the right circumstances, or a stroke of luck. You realize that you are capable of creating the life you want, regardless of the challenges you face. You take the reins and you move forward with confidence, knowing that each step you take is leading you closer to your goals. Remember, this life will present you with obstacles, and there will always be circumstances outside of your control. But how you respond to those circumstances is entirely within your control. By taking full responsibility for your life, you empower yourself to create change, to grow, and to succeed. You are no longer a victim of circumstance, you are the leader of your life. And that, my friends, is where true freedom lies. Developing self-confidence by mastering small disciplines is a powerful way to transform your life. You see, confidence is not something you're born with, it's something you build over time through consistent effort and action. Many people wait for confidence to show up before they take action, but in reality it works the other way around. Action precedes confidence. The more you engage in activities that challenge you, the more your confidence grows. Now, where do you start? You start small. It's not about making grand, sweeping changes all at once. Instead, it's about developing the habit of mastering small disciplines, the little things you do every day that contribute to your overall success. These small disciplines might seem insignificant at first, but when practiced consistently, they build momentum and create massive results over time. The key is consistency. Let's take a simple example: waking up early. If you set your alarm for 6 a.m. every morning and commit to getting up without hitting the snooze button, you're starting your day with a small victory. That may not seem like much, but in reality, it's an act of discipline that sets the tone for the rest of your day. You're telling yourself, I can keep a promise to myself, and that builds confidence. When you honor the small commitments you make, you send a message to your subconscious that you are in control. Whether it's sticking to a morning routine, reading for 20 minutes a day, or exercising regularly, each of these disciplines compounds over time. They create a ripple effect in your life, reinforcing the belief that you are capable of achieving what you set your mind to. And as you accumulate these small wins, your self-confidence naturally grows. Confidence is also built through preparation. When you take the time to prepare for the tasks or challenges ahead, you reduce uncertainty and doubt. Whether it's preparing for a presentation at work, studying for an exam, or learning a new skill, preparation gives you a sense of control over the outcome. You're not leaving things to chance. You're taking ownership of the process, and that reinforces your belief in your own abilities. Another way to build confidence is by stepping out of your comfort zone regularly. Growth and confidence don't come from staying within the safe confines of what's familiar. And they come from pushing yourself to do things that are a little uncomfortable, things that stretch you beyond your current limits. The more you challenge yourself, the more you prove to yourself that you're capable of handling whatever comes your way. Each time you overcome a challenge, no matter how small, your confidence takes another step forward. Here's something important to remember: self-confidence isn't about being perfect or never making mistakes. It's about having the courage to act in spite of fear, doubt, or uncertainty. It's about trusting yourself to figure things out along the way, even if you don't have all the answers right now. When you commit to mastering small disciplines, you begin to develop a resilience that allows you to face challenges with a sense of calm and assurance. A crucial part of this process is self-talk. How you speak to yourself matters. Many people are their own worst critics, constantly doubting their abilities or talking themselves out of taking action. If you want to build confidence, you need to change that internal dialogue. Start speaking to yourself with kindness and encouragement. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small, and remind yourself that you are capable of growth and improvement. It's also essential to surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. The company you keep has a significant impact on your confidence. When you're around people who believe in you, who encourage you to take risks and pursue your goals, you begin to see yourself through a more positive lens. Seek out mentors, friends, and colleagues who push you to be your best and who recognize your potential. Building self-confidence through small disciplines requires patience. It won't happen overnight. And that's okay. What matters is that you're taking consistent action. Each step, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. As you continue to practice these disciplines, you'll notice that things that once seemed difficult or intimidating become easier. You'll begin to trust yourself more, and that trust will fuel your confidence. Remember, confidence is not a destination, it's a journey. It's something you cultivate every day by taking action, mastering small disciplines, and trusting in your ability to grow and improve. Over time, as you continue to honor the small commitments you make to yourself, you'll find that your confidence becomes unshakable. You'll be able to face challenges with courage, take risks with assurance, and lead your life with purpose and conviction. Embracing challenges as opportunities for growth is a mindset that can dramatically shift the way you approach life. Most people shy away from challenges because they fear failure, discomfort, or uncertainty. But the truth is, challenges are not obstacles meant to block your path. They are stepping stones designed to elevate you. When you learn to see challenges as opportunities to grow, you stop resisting them and start welcoming them as essential parts of your journey. Now, think about this: every time you face a challenge, you're presented with a choice. You can either see it as a problem, something to avoid or complain about, or you can see it as an opportunity to stretch yourself, to learn something new, and to become a stronger, more capable person. The reality is, growth doesn't happen in your comfort zone. It happens when you're confronted with something difficult, something that pushes you to dig deeper and find new strengths you didn't know you had. Take a moment to reflect on the people you admire, whether they're leaders in business, athletes, or individuals who've made a significant impact on the world. They didn't get to where they are by avoiding challenges. In fact, it's the challenges they faced that shaped them into who they became. Every obstacle they encountered was an opportunity for growth, and they embraced it. Why do challenges lead to growth? Because when you're faced with something difficult, it forces you to think differently, to adapt, and to problem solve. When things are easy, you don't have to exert much effort or stretch your abilities. But when you're in the midst of a challenge, you're required to operate at a higher level. And this process of pushing your limits is what causes personal and professional growth. Let's consider an example: learning a new skill. At first, it's uncomfortable. You make mistakes, you stumble, and you might even question if you're capable of mastering it. But as you continue to practice and work through the difficulties, something amazing happens. You improve, you get better, and eventually the thing that once seemed impossible becomes second nature to you. The challenge wasn't a roadblock, it was a catalyst for your growth. This principle applies to every area of life. Whether it's facing challenges in your career, relationships, health, or personal goals, each one is an opportunity for you to develop resilience, strength, and wisdom. When you start to see challenges as teachers rather than threats, you approach them with a different mindset. You become more curious, asking yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow through this experience? But here's the catch: embracing challenges requires a shift in your mindset. It's not about avoiding fear or discomfort. In fact, you should expect to feel uncomfortable. Growth is often uncomfortable because it's new and familiar, and sometimes even painful. But it's that very discomfort that signals you're moving in the right direction. If you're too comfortable, you're probably not growing. You've probably heard the saying, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. While it's a bit cliche, it holds a lot of truth. Each challenge you overcome makes you stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Every time you rise to the occasion, you expand your capacity to handle bigger and more complex challenges in the future. It's like building a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And before you know it, challenges that once seemed overwhelming become manageable. Another important aspect of embracing challenges is learning to adopt a long-term perspective. In the moment, a challenge might seem like a setback or a failure. But when you step back and look at the bigger picture, you'll often find that it was exactly what you needed to grow. Many of the most successful people will tell you that their greatest growth came from their greatest challenges. It's the moments when they were knocked down that they learned the most about themselves, their strengths, and their potential. When you face a challenge, resist the temptation to see it as something negative. Instead, shift your perspective and ask, how can I use this to become better? Every challenge has a hidden gift, but you have to be willing to look for it. And that requires a mindset of growth, not one of defeat. Lastly, remember that you don't have to go through challenges alone. Sometimes the growth comes not just from overcoming the challenge itself, but from learning to ask for help, to collaborate with others, or to seek guidance from a mentor. Challenges can be opportunities to build stronger relationships and to learn from the experiences of others who have faced similar difficulties. So the next time you find yourself up against a challenge, don't shrink back in fear or frustration. Stand tall and embrace it. Know that on the other side of that challenge lies growth, and on the other side of that growth lies a stronger, wiser, and more capable version of yourself. When you adopt this mindset, challenges become less of a burden and more of an invitation, a chance for you to rise to the occasion and lead your life with confidence and purpose. Guarding your mind and environment from negativity is crucial if you want to live a life of purpose, growth, and success. Your mind is like fertile soil. Whatever you plant in it, whether positive or negative, will take root and grow. If you constantly feed it negativity, doubt, and fear, that's exactly what will flourish. But if you nourish it with positivity, optimism, and constructive thoughts, you will grow in ways you never thought possible. We live in a world where negativity is all around us. Turn on the news and it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the constant stream of bad events, crises, and conflicts. Spend time with the wrong crowd and you'll quickly pick up on their limiting beliefs, complaints, and pessimistic outlooks. That's why it's vital to be extremely selective about what you allow into your mind and who you allow into your environment. One of the first steps in guarding your mind is becoming aware of the information you consume on a daily basis. Ask yourself, what am I feeding my mind? Whether it's the media you watch, the books you read, the conversations you engage in, or the social media you scroll through, it all impacts your mindset. If you're constantly exposing yourself to negativity, it will affect your thinking, your mood, and ultimately your actions. Take control of what enters your mind by making a conscious effort to consume more positive, uplifting, and inspiring content. Read books that challenge you to grow and think differently. Listen to podcasts, speeches, or audio programs that promote personal development and success. Surround yourself with stories of resilience, determination, and victory. The more you fill your mind with empowering messages, the more your thoughts and actions will reflect those ideas. But it's not just about controlling the information you consume, it's also about managing the people you allow into your environment. We've all heard the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and there's a lot of truth to that. The attitudes, behaviors, and mindsets of the people around you have a direct influence on your own. If you're surrounded by people who are constantly negative, who complain, make excuses, and never strive to improve, it's only a matter of time before their mindset rubs off on you. So take a hard look at your relationships. Are the people in your life lifting you up or dragging you down? Do they encourage you to pursue your dreams and push through challenges? Or do they fill your head with doubt and fear? It's important to distance yourself from those who drain your energy and hold you back. That doesn't mean you need to cut people out of your life entirely, but you should limit your exposure to negativity and seek out relationships that inspire you. Surround yourself with positive, like-minded individuals who challenge you to grow and encourage you to be your best self. These are the people who will support you in difficult times, celebrate your successes, and remind you of your potential when you start to doubt yourself. When you cultivate a circle of positivity around you, it becomes much easier to maintain a healthy mindset, even in the face of challenges. Another powerful way to guard your mind from negativity is by practicing mindfulness and self-awareness. Negative thoughts will inevitably pop into your mind from time to time. It's part of being human. The key is to recognize them for what they are, just thoughts, not facts. When you become aware of negative or limiting thoughts, you can choose not to entertain them. Instead of letting them take root and influence your behavior, you can consciously redirect your focus to more empowering thoughts. One effective technique for doing this is to reframe negative thoughts into positive or constructive ones. For example, if you catch yourself thinking, I'll never be able to achieve this goal, stop and reframe it to, I may face challenges, but I'm capable of learning, growing, and finding a way forward. By doing this consistently, you train your mind to default to more positive, solution-oriented thinking. Another powerful tool is gratitude. When you focus on what you're grateful for, it becomes much harder to dwell on negativity. Gratitude shifts your attention away from what's wrong in your life and toward what's right. It reminds you of the good things you already have and opens your mind to the possibilities that still exist. Make it a habit to regularly reflect on what you're thankful for, even in tough times. This simple practice can dramatically shift your mindset from one of lack to one of abundance. Lastly, guard your energy. Negativity, whether from external sources or your own thoughts, can drain your energy and leave you feeling exhausted. Protecting your energy means setting boundaries both with yourself and others. Learn to say no to activities, people, or conversations that drain you or bring unnecessary stress into your life. Prioritize your well-being by engaging in activities that restore your energy and bring you joy, whether it's exercising, meditating, spending time in nature, or simply taking time to rest. In conclusion, guarding your mind and environment from negativity isn't just about avoiding bad influences, it's about actively creating a space for positivity, growth, and empowerment. When you're intentional about what you allow into your mind and who you surround yourself with, you create an environment that supports your goals, fuels your growth, and keeps you moving forward. You become more resilient in the face of challenges, more confident in your abilities, and more capable of leading the life you truly want to live. Setting clear, meaningful goals and pursuing them relentlessly is a powerful principle that can transform your life. Goals give your life direction, purpose, and focus. Without them, you're like a ship adrift at sea, subject to the currents and winds of circumstance. But when you set clear goals, you chart a course for where you want to go. You become intentional in your actions, deliberate in your decisions, and focused in your energy. Success doesn't happen by accident. It's the result of knowing where you want to go and taking consistent action toward that destination. The first step in setting goals is clarity. A goal without clarity is nothing more than a wish. You have to be specific about what you want to achieve. It's not enough to say, I want to be successful or I want to be healthier. You need to define what success or health looks like for you. Do you want to earn a certain income? Do you want to lose a specific amount of weight? Do you want to start your own business or write a book? Be as detailed as possible. The more specific your goals, the easier it is to create a plan to achieve them. When setting your goals, it's also important to ensure they are meaningful. A goal that doesn't have personal significance won't motivate you when the going gets tough. You need to connect emotionally with your goals. Ask yourself why they matter to you. Why is achieving this goal important? How will your life improve once you accomplish it? The deeper the emotional connection, the more motivated you will be to stay committed, even when challenges arise. Now, once you have clear and meaningful goals, the next step is to write them down. There's something powerful about putting your goals on paper. It turns them from abstract ideas into something tangible. When you write down your goals, you're making a commitment to yourself. You're saying, this is what I'm going to achieve. Writing them down also helps you stay focused and gives you a reference point to measure your progress over time. But setting goals is only the beginning. Pursuing them relentlessly is where the real work begins. Many people set goals but don't follow through because they get distracted, discouraged, or overwhelmed. That's why relentless pursuit is essential. You must be willing to take consistent action towards your goals every single day. It's not about making giant leaps all at once, it's about making steady progress over time. To pursue your goals relentlessly, break them down into smaller, manageable steps. If your goal is to start a business, for example, don't let the enormity of the task overwhelm you. Instead, focus on what you can do today. Maybe today's step is researching your market or developing a business plan. Tomorrow's step might be building your website or contacting potential customers. By breaking your goals down into actionable steps, you make progress easier and less intimidating. Another key to relentless pursuit is perseverance. There will be setbacks, challenges, and moments when it feels like your goal is out of reach. But this is where your commitment is tested. Perseverance means staying the course, even when things aren't going as planned. It's about finding solutions to problems rather than using them as excuses to give up. When you encounter obstacles, remind yourself why you set this goal in the first place. Keep your vision in mind and refuse to let temporary setbacks derail you. One of the most effective ways to stay focused on your goals is to track your progress. Tracking allows you to see how far you've come and gives you the motivation to keep going. It's easy to lose sight of your progress when you're in the middle of the journey, but when you track your actions, you can see the small victories along the way. Whether it's keeping a journal, using an app, or creating a visual representation of your progress, tracking keeps you accountable and helps you adjust your approach if needed. A big part of relentlessly pursuing your goals is managing your time effectively. Time is your most valuable resource, and how you use it determines how quickly you'll achieve your goals. You need to prioritize tasks that align with your objectives and eliminate distractions that don't serve your purpose. This means saying no to activities or commitments that don't contribute to your goals, even if they seem tempting in the moment. It also means creating a daily routine that allows you to focus on the most important tasks first, ensuring that you make progress toward your goals every day. Discipline plays a major role in relentless pursuit. Motivation is important, but motivation can be fleeting. Some days you'll wake up energized and excited to work on your goals. Other days you'll feel tired, uninspired, or tempted to procrastinate. This is where discipline comes in. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's about maintaining your commitment to your goals, regardless of how you feel in the moment. The more you practice discipline, the more it becomes a habit, and the easier it is to stay on track. Finally, don't forget to celebrate your progress along the way. Achieving big goals can take time, and if you wait until you've reached the final destination to celebrate, you'll miss out on the joy of the journey. Take time to acknowledge the small wins and milestones. Celebrating progress keeps you motivated and reminds you that you're moving in the right direction. In conclusion, setting clear, meaningful goals and pursuing them relentlessly is the path to success and fulfillment. It requires clarity, commitment, discipline, and perseverance, but the rewards are immense. When you set a goal and achieve it, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. You gain confidence, purpose, and the knowledge that you are in control of your destiny. So set your sights high, take action every day, and pursue your goals with relentless determination. Practice self-discipline and delayed gratification if you want to lead a successful, fulfilling life. These two principles are the backbone of achievement, and mastering them can dramatically alter the trajectory of your life. We live in a world that promotes instant gratification, quick rewards, immediate results, and fast solutions. But the reality is that anything worth having requires effort, patience, and the ability to wait for the right moment. The discipline to resist short-term temptations in favor of long-term rewards is what separates those who merely wish for success from those who actually achieve it. Self-discipline is the ability to control your impulses, stay focused, and do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's about making decisions based on your long-term goals rather than your short-term desires. It's easy to act when you're motivated, but true discipline kicks in when the excitement fades and all that's left is the daily grind. Think of self-discipline as a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. And like a muscle, it can be trained through consistent effort and practice. Let's take a simple example, sticking to a fitness plan. It's easy to get excited about working out for the first few days, but as time goes on, the motivation starts to dwindle. Maybe you wake up one morning feeling tired, sore, or simply unmotivated. This is the moment when self-discipline comes into play. It's about pushing through that temporary discomfort because you know that the long-term benefits, better health, more energy, and increased confidence are worth it. Each time you follow through on a commitment to yourself, you strengthen your discipline and reinforce the belief that you can achieve what you set out to do. The same principle applies to your career, personal goals, or any other area of your life. Discipline is what will keep you focused on your work when distractions arise, help you maintain a budget when it's tempting to spend impulsively, or encourage you to keep learning and growing even when it feels like progress is slow. The ability to consistently make choices that align with your goals rather than giving in to fleeting desires is the hallmark of a disciplined person. Now let's talk about delayed gratification, the ability to wait for a greater reward in the future rather than seeking immediate pleasure. This is a powerful concept, and those who master it are often the ones who achieve the most success. Delayed gratification is about seeing the big picture and understanding that the most significant rewards often require time, effort, and patience. It's the willingness to forgo small, immediate pleasures in exchange for something far greater down the road. For instance, let's say you're saving money for a big goal, like starting a business or buying a home. Along the way, there will be plenty of opportunities to spend that money on things that bring immediate satisfaction, new clothes, gadgets, or a fancy vacation. But practicing delayed gratification means saying no to those temptations because you know that the long-term reward of financial independence or achieving a major life goal is far more valuable than the temporary joy of a new purchase. This same principle applies to building a career. Early in your career, you might be tempted to take the easy route, settling for a job that's comfortable or offers a quick promotion. But if your long-term goal is to build something meaningful, whether it's starting your own business or reaching the top of your field, you'll need to make sacrifices. That could mean working longer hours, investing in education or skills development, or taking on projects that push you out of your comfort zone. The reward may not come immediately, but by delaying gratification, you position yourself for far greater success down the road. One of the greatest examples of delayed gratification is investing. When you invest in something, whether it's the stock market, real estate, or even your own education, the returns don't come overnight. It requires patience and the ability to endure periods where progress seems slow or even non-existent. But over time, those investments compound, and the rewards become far greater than if you had spent that money on something with immediate gratification. This principle applies not just to financial investments, but also to investing in yourself, your skills, your health, and your personal growth. Of course, practicing self-discipline and delayed gratification isn't easy. In fact, it's often uncomfortable because it requires you to go against your immediate impulses. But that discomfort is where the growth happens. Every time you make a disciplined decision, every time you choose to delay gratification, you're building the foundation for future success. One way to cultivate self-discipline and delayed gratification is by setting clear goals and creating a plan to achieve them. When you know exactly what you're working toward and why it matters, it becomes easier to make disciplined choices. You can remind yourself of the long-term reward every time you're tempted to take the easy way out. Creating daily habits that support your goals can also help. For example, if your goal is to improve your fitness, develop the habit of working out at the same time every day. If your goal is to grow your business, set aside dedicated time each day to focus on tasks that move you closer to that goal. Another key is to focus on progress, not perfection. There will be days when you slip up, when you give in to immediate gratification, or when you're living a life of integrity and authenticity is one of the most profound commitments you can make to yourself and to those around you. Integrity is about aligning your actions with your values and principles, while authenticity is about being true to who you are at your core. When you embody these qualities, you create a solid foundation for personal growth, meaningful relationships, and genuine success. Integrity begins with self-awareness. You need to know what you stand for, what you believe in, and what values guide your life. This understanding becomes your compass. When you make decisions that align with your core values, you create consistency in your actions and your character. It fosters trust with others as they come to know that you are someone who means what you say and acts accordingly. This trust is invaluable in both personal and professional relationships, as people are naturally drawn to those who are reliable and principled. And living with integrity also means being honest with yourself and others. It's about having the courage to speak the truth even when it's difficult or uncomfortable. This honesty fosters open communication and deepens relationships. People appreciate authenticity. They are drawn to those who are genuine and sincere. When you are honest about your thoughts, feelings, and intentions, you create a safe space for others to do the same. This openness cultivates deeper connections and builds a sense of community where individuals can support one another on their journeys. Authenticity, on the other hand, is about embracing who you are without pretense. It means showing up as your true self, free from the constraints of societal expectations or the fear of judgment. When you live authentically, you express your thoughts, feelings, and passions openly. You're not afraid to share your quirks, your imperfections, and your unique perspectives with the world. This willingness to be vulnerable is incredibly powerful. It invites others to connect with you on a deeper level as they see the real you. Living with integrity and authenticity also means being consistent in your actions and words. If you say you value something, your actions should reflect that. For example, if you claim to value honesty, you must practice it in your relationships and dealings with others. If you promote personal growth, you must continually seek to learn and improve yourself. When there's a disconnect between what you say and what you do, it creates cognitive dissonance and can erode trust in yourself and others. Consistency builds credibility and reinforces your integrity. Moreover, living authentically involves letting go of the fear of judgment. Too often, people hold back their true selves because they worry about what others will think. But the truth is, you can't please everyone, and trying to do so will only lead to frustration and disillusionment. Embrace your individuality and recognize that your uniqueness is what makes you special. When you stop conforming to others' expectations, you free yourself to explore your passions, pursue your interests, and live a life that resonates with your true self. Another key aspect of living with integrity and authenticity is the power of self-acceptance. Accepting yourself as you are, flaws and all, is essential to embodying authenticity. Understand that everyone has imperfections and makes mistakes. And rather than trying to hide or deny them, embrace your humanity. Your experiences, both successes and failures, shape who you are. They provide valuable lessons that contribute to your growth. When you accept yourself fully, you cultivate a sense of confidence and resilience that empowers you to pursue your goals and navigate life's challenges. In addition to self-acceptance, practicing self-reflection is vital in your journey toward integrity and authenticity. Take the time to regularly check in with yourself and assess whether your actions align with your values. And reflect on your experiences and evaluate what resonates with you and what doesn't. Self-reflection helps you stay grounded and aware of any shifts that may occur in your values or priorities over time. It allows you to course correct and ensure that you remain true to yourself as you evolve. When you commit to living with integrity and authenticity, you inspire those around you to do the same. Your authenticity creates a ripple effect, encouraging others to embrace their true selves and live in alignment with their values. This creates a culture of openness and acceptance where people feel empowered to express themselves without fear. The impact of living authentically extends beyond your immediate relationships. It contributes to a broader movement toward greater transparency, compassion, and understanding in society. Lastly, living with integrity and authenticity brings an unparalleled sense of fulfillment. When you align your life with your values and embrace your true self, you experience a deeper sense of purpose. You become more resilient in the face of challenges as you draw strength from the knowledge that you are living in accordance with who you are. This sense of fulfillment fuels your motivation to pursue your dreams and overcome obstacles, knowing that you are on a path that is uniquely yours. In conclusion, living with integrity and authenticity is a powerful commitment that transforms your life and the lives of those around you. It requires self-awareness, honesty, vulnerability, and a dedication to being true to yourself. When you align your actions with your values, embrace your uniqueness, and inspire others to do the same, you create a life filled with purpose, meaning, and genuine connections. So stand tall in your truth, act with integrity, and let your authenticity shine. The world needs your unique voice and perspective, and when you embrace them, you not only lead your life, you inspire others to lead theirs as well.